When it comes to family-friendly destinations, Dubai wasn't really on our radar, but it was highly recommended by my sister, so we gave it a shot. This is part 1 of our Dubai travel series. We took a morning flight out to Dubai, so we arrived sometime in the afternoon and was able to immediately check into our first hotel where we stayed for the first 3 nights of this trip. This is Raffles Dubai, and it's located just 10 to 15 minutes away from the airport. We booked the club twin room, so we had club lounge access included in our stay, which we utilized multiple times a day. This room was very comfortable and spacious and was the perfect size for my family of 4. The entire space felt very luxurious, and I also loved the location of this hotel, which is linked to Wafi City Mall. Overall, a very clean and beautiful hotel, which I highly recommend and would absolutely love to stay at again. After settling down, we joined the afternoon tea at the club lounge before walking across the hotel lobby to locate the first attraction on our itinerary. Wafi City is a themed environment styled after ancient Egypt, so everything was so beautifully aesthetic. You can find these stained glass ceilings all over the mall. After navigating around the mall, we made it to the very first attraction on our itinerary. We got our tickets to Aya Universe in advance and as part of the Klook Pass. But we didn't see a line at the ticketing counter, so you'll probably be fine even if you don't get tickets in advance. There were a lot of immersive, interconnected zones to explore here with countless creative photo opportunities. This was definitely a nice and relaxing start to our time in Dubai, especially after a long flight. You can get a family pass for this attraction, which consists of 4 tickets, but keep in mind that infants 3 and under can enter free of charge, so make sure you compare prices to maximize on savings. Once we were done with Aya Universe, we decided to have an early dinner at the mall before returning to the hotel. We had to walk across this courtyard here to access the restaurant, which was slightly challenging to find. For our first proper meal in Dubai, we decided to have Spanish food, so we got some paella, which was so good. Dining out in Dubai can get quite expensive, but I have a pro tip for those who want to dine at a discount. You can download the Careem app and get Careem Plus for a low monthly fee, which you can cancel anytime, and you'll have access to various discounts depending on the restaurant if you pay via the app. I was lucky enough to get the free trial for Careem Plus, so that really helped me save a ton of money when dining out.
Hello,
Yeah? Hello, Mommy. Today, where are you?
I'm in Dubai.
What are you eating?
I'm eating the fruits from my sangria.
After our meal, we enjoyed some desserts and drinks at the club lounge, which also had a nice little kids' room that my boys loved. After a restful night, we are ready for day 2, starting with breakfast at Azure. The spread offered was pretty decent, but I ordered off the a la carte menu for today. And of course, I have to have my daily dose of caffeine, so I got an iced latte, which was seriously so good. The smoked salmon here was also amazing and had a subtle salty smoky flavor. For my first breakfast at Raffles Dubai, I ordered the shakshuka and the signature Japanese-style pancakes. The shakshuka was different than what I'm used to, but still quite good. The pancakes were light and fluffy and definitely something I would order again. Overall, this was the perfect start to our day. After breakfast, we ordered a ride using the Careem app, and before we knew it, we were on our way to our first stop of the day. This is the iconic Dubai frame. It's a stunning piece of architecture that serves as an observatory providing views of old Dubai and new Dubai. After a short walk in the blazing hot weather, it was a relief to finally enter the building. There was a bit of a line at 11 a.m., but nothing extreme. The first part of the attraction showcases Old Dubai, and it was interesting to get a taste of what Old Dubai is like with the various souks decorated with realistic props. After the short walkthrough, we entered the elevator to get to the top of the observatory. There's a glass floor bridge at the top of the building, so you might want to watch where you're walking if you're afraid of heights. If you're not, then this makes for a good spot to snap a couple of photos while you're up here.
Georgie.
You honestly don't need a lot of time at the Dubai frame, and there isn't much else to do here once you've soaked in the views. It is, however, one of the cheaper attractions in Dubai, so it's still a great place to visit once. You could absolutely pack more things into your morning after the Dubai frame, but we really just wanted to take it slow and prioritize time at the Hotel Club Lounge. We decided to come back to Seville's for lunch today and got a pot of mussels along with a couple of beers which were on promo. Then it was back to the Raffles Club Lounge for some afternoon tea. It was a quiet afternoon and not a lot of people, so we got to enjoy some coffee with our food while the kids played in the kids' room.
French fries.
The kids got some nuggets and fries while I had some white wine during happy hour at the club lounge before we made our way to Dubai Mall for the Dubai Mall Fountain Lake ride. While waiting in line for the Fountain Lake ride, we got to see the Burj Khalifa light show in action, which was a nice little treat. We also got a sneak peek of the Fountain Lake show while waiting in line, which got us excited for our turn out on the lake. The lake ride was a great way to see the Dubai skyline at night, and we paid around 95 Singapore dollars for 2 adults and 2 kids, which was well worth the money spent. Catching the fountain show while on the lake was truly next level. We visited on the 5th of April, and I later found out that this attraction would be closed for 5 months from the 19th of April. So we were really lucky to be able to experience this before the revamp. We then got a quick bite at the Cheesecake Factory within Dubai Mall, where I got some crab cakes before we returned to the hotel. Day 3 began with a quick breakfast at Azure before we made our way to the Museum of the Future. The architecture alone is worth the visit, but if you want to see what's inside, then you'll have to get tickets early because we didn't and they were completely sold out on this day. The lobby of the museum gives off strong sci-fi vibes and looked very cool, so it was a little disappointing, but we brushed it off and decided to head over to Dubai Mall for lunch. Though we were here for the Fountain Lake ride the night before, we didn't really have time to explore everything that the mall has to offer. We somehow wandered into Chinatown, which was unlike any other I'd been to, and decided to have sushi at a random restaurant we found. After a quick lunch, we were off to the next attraction. This is Skyview's Observatory, and it's more than just an observatory. There's the usual glass floors you can walk on, and it's only about 70 meters taller than the Dubai frame, but my kids seem to be more anxious walking on the glass floors here. You can also pay extra to do the edge walk like these people did, but we settled for the glass slide, which was a much cheaper add-on with barely any waiting time. The glass slide costs an extra 25 dirhams, which is super affordable even though it's over in under 10 seconds. The best part of the glass slide experience for me was not the slide down itself, but the video that the attendant helped to film, which turned out so good and better than what I could have achieved on my own. For dinner, we had Moroccan food at this restaurant, which had rave reviews on Google. We started off our meal with harira soup, as recommended by our server. It was my first time having this soup, and I have to say it was really good and I would order it again. We also ordered grilled chicken and lamb chops, and I'm not usually a fan of lamb, but the lamb chops here were so tender and not gamey at all. It was a very satisfying meal. As usual, we ended off the night with some drinks and dessert at the club lounge, feeling bittersweet that it was our last night at Raffles Dubai. In the next video, we'll be moving to Shangri-La, Dubai and exploring more of what downtown Dubai has to offer. We also scale new heights at the Burj Khalifa and have some fun out in the desert.